What's up? In this short video, I want to answer two questions. What that I get asked all the time. What's a maverick and what's your definition of good leadership? So, hey guys, I'm Deborah and I help mavericks and purpose-driven leaders find their own unique leadership style and build absolute certainty in their ability to increase their income and their impact their way. So if you want to join us in our free community, go ahead and click on the link in the description. So what I want to do right now is share with you something. Today's Wednesday. Yesterday was Tuesday, which Tuesdays and Thursdays are my favorite days because I get to do deep dives with my clients. And yesterday I had 100% voluntary feedback from every one of my clients that they had received breakthroughs with every single conversation. So every time we talked, they were feeling more certain in their leadership and more at ease in being themselves in the roles in which they show up as leader. So one of the things that I get asked all the time, what is a maverick? What is a maverick? And so I wanted to answer that because often it can be confusing. It's not a commonly used term. Also, I've been asked a lot, what is your definition of good leadership? Like, what does that look like to you? I want to answer that as well because there's two parts to that. First of all, I get asked, well, whose model do you use? Do you go by someone's specific model, servant leadership, this book, that book? And then the other question I get asked often is like, how would this apply to me in my personal situation? So I want to answer all of those. But if you're hopping in a little late and you didn't get my invitation at the beginning, I just wanted to mention to you that if you're serious about becoming more certain in your leadership and being able to increase your impact, then you want to join our free community. The link is in the description. Go ahead and click on it. So first of all, what is a maverick? So there's a really simple model that I use that has 4 stages. The first stage is an outcast, a reject, someone who's on the outside looking in. The second stage is a rebel. And then the third stage is a maverick. And the fourth stage is a global villager. So I'm going to very quickly, hey, what's up, Caffrey? I'm going to very quickly define what each of these different stages are. So as an outcast, that's usually earlier on in our lives where we know we don't fit in. We know that there's something that we feel is weird about us or different, right? And we're trying to find our way in life. Then in the second phase, which is when you're a rebel, you have found your way and you're feeling really clear and really confident in this message or this mission that you have to, break down whatever the powers that be have done that you're not okay with, right? And then the third phase is maverick, where now you're still on your mission, but you're no longer worried about the powers that be. You're focused solely on your mission. And if it means breaking the rules to get there, so be it. But the reason is because you are here to fulfill your purpose for being here, and you're focused on that. And then the fourth stage is global villager, where you've now gotten to the place where even the mission isn't as big of a deal as before. And now your new mission is to pass on your wisdom, pass on your knowledge to the next generation, to be a mentor, to be a guide, and to really help others to understand that we're all connected. Okay, so when you're a maverick, you are someone who is making a difference, disrupting the way things are, the status quo, but you're doing it for a purpose. You're not just doing it to draw attention to yourself. And the other thing that I want to say, so that's what it means to be a maverick by my definition. So the second thing is, what is my definition of a good leader? And the leadership style or approach that I say I always follow is yours. I don't have one specific style or approach. I do use a few tools from some of my teachers like Tony Robbins or Dr. Stephen Covey, but for the most part, I really just focus on pulling out of my clients or whoever it is I'm speaking with what their desired style and method is, because believe it or not, every one of us has one. And the only thing that separates the people who identify as leaders from those who don't is those who identify as leaders have an awareness of their style and have started to cultivate it. And those who don't identify as leaders aren't either are unaware or have felt like they can't be that kind of leader that they actually feel they are inside, and so they haven't tried. Okay, that's the only difference. We all have a blueprint inside of us about how we want to show up as a leader. And so my goal is to pull that blueprint out of you instead of giving you someone else's blueprint to follow. And is this for you? By now, you probably know, right? I always ask people, take a deep breath and check into your body and see how you're feeling about the material that you're hearing. When you hear me talk about this, are you starting to feel excited? Are you starting to feel relieved? Then that's an indication that it's for you. If you're feeling uncomfortable or grossed out or you're leaning back, then maybe it's not for you. And that's perfectly fine. My style will not appeal to everyone. But this is really my goal, is to help you to find your own unique rhythm, drum beat, voice, style, and really amplify it, own it, right? It's not about me imprinting someone else's model or style on you. So I hope that answers your questions. These are questions I get asked all the time. So maybe you didn't ask me it directly, but these are things that I hear almost every week. Um, if you liked this, please go ahead and give it a like. And if you know someone who could benefit from this message, please feel free to share this video. And finally, join us in our free community where every week I give instruction workshops and every day I share inspiration, and where you can collaborate, where every day we're collaborating. We just had one this morning between group members. So it's a great place to meet and connect with other Mavericks and purpose-driven leaders. All right. Much love. That's it for me today. Bye.